Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. All right, guys. It's time to get to the subject at hand. All right. Last night, I'm relaxing. All right. Getting ready for sleep. Slumber. And I'm looking for something to watch. All right. And I'm just browsing through YouTube. And of course, my YouTube feed is now full of Street Fighter 6 videos because I've been watching Street Fighter tech videos pretty much every time I play the game to try to learn strategies and things with the characters I'm using. It's worked really well, by the way. Like, you haven't noticed, every time I take a character into ranked, I seem to know one or two new things that is really useful. So anyway, I'm on YouTube and I'm browsing through and something pops into my feed. You ready for this, guys? The big build up. I know I've been building it up. The name of the video, and don't quote me on this, it's not word for word, but the name of the video is something like this. You ready? LTG can't handle the jab, jab, jab. Now, immediately I read the title of this video, and I know it's a Street Fighter 6 video, and I think in my head, oh no. So basically, he probably is complaining about Street Fighter 6, the same thing I've been complaining about, that there's too many characters who can just mash jab, and it interrupts everything you do. And I'm thinking, this is probably going to be like a salty compilation video, right? Like, it's going to be like a 10-minute video where they just take him freaking out about Street Fighter 6 people mashing jab and interrupting everything he does. That's what I thought it was going to be, all right? So I click on the video, and much to my surprise, that's not what it is at all. What this is an hour-long edit where basically they took matches that he was playing, and it's weird because I think the matches they picked were the ones he lost, but at the same time, it's not like there were matches where he was getting like blown out constantly and freaking out. I don't know. I just think what it is that people like to act like things are way more drama than they are. I didn't find the video to be too overdramatic at all. Like, I mean, he got angry a few times during the matches for sure. So do I. You know, I mean, I think sometimes I actually get way more worked up than he did in this video, right? But I don't know, like, it was fascinating because I've literally never watched LTG gameplay before. Just being honest, it's the first time I've ever watched this guy play anything. I don't watch his content. I don't know anything about how he streams or whatever. And I actually watched almost the entire video. Like, basically, I became absolutely fascinated with this content, okay? Allow me to explain why. There was multiple reasons why I was fascinated by this content, okay? Like, so many things were going on, all right? So, number one, his layout, okay? Here's my layout when I stream, okay? Here's my layout. As you can see, you know, okay, keep in mind this camera should be fitting into this frame right here. But you see my layout? I would consider that my layout is a minimalist layout, all right? And what I mean by that is, as you can see, I give the game 95% of the real estate on my screen. For me, when I'm playing the game, it's about the game, right? LTG's layout essentially is he's over here in the upper left-hand corner, and he's got a big widescreen camera. Below him is his stream chat. And I think he's streaming on Twitch currently. So below him is the Twitch. So this whole third of the screen over here is him and his chat. Okay? Then over here, like this segment of the screen is the game, but it's small. It's like crushed, like small. And then he's got like stuff on the bottom of the screen running that says what music he's currently playing. He's one of those streamers that he doesn't use the game's natural soundtrack. He has one of those things where he just plays his own custom soundtrack, and it's all video game music, which, by the way, I actually liked a lot of the music. He's playing, like, old Street Fighter tunes and stuff. I was like, this is good music, actually. Some of it, not all of it. Like, he was playing, like, Mega Man X8, and I was like, ugh, I can't stand the later Mega Man X shit. But he was doing some good stuff. He was like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, old Mega Man games. I was like, oh, these are pretty good tunes. Like, this is good stuff. But to me, if I'm playing a game, I want the natural soundtrack from the game to come through. I never understood streamers who play other music over the game. I don't know. I guess it was always a common thing or a popular thing to do. I never did that. I always just played the game soundtrack, right? So he's doing that, and it says the track. But the other thing, like, there's stream stats going on, and the stream stats were baffling. Okay? Allow me to explain what I mean by that. According to his stream stats, When LTG streams Street Fighter 6, he's got 2,000 viewers. Really? LTG has 2,000 live viewers on Twitch when he streams Street Fighter 6. That's great. My jaw dropped. I was like, holy shit. He has 2,000 viewers when he plays Street Fighter 6. He's got to be one of the top Street Fighter 6 guys, if that's the case. I'm not aware that the FGC gets that kind of views on just random. I know if it's a tournament stream or whatever, but this is him just randomly playing, right? I mean, he's doing something right. If that's his honest viewership he gets every time he plays Street Fighter 6, he's doing really good for himself. And that's good for him. Like, I was actually blown away. I was like, I had no clue this guy got that kind of attention, right? So that was interesting. But the thing that got me at the same time was, like, for example, he has his chat on the screen. I didn't see a single piece of intelligent thought out of his chat. Like, it just seemed like it was the normal, what do they call it? The normal Twitch stream monsters for fighting games. They're just spamming dumb memes and shit. They're insulting him when he's playing. They're just being toxic. And I was looking at this and I'm like, I don't actually see a single reason to have that on the screen. Like, it's not adding to the stream. In my opinion, it actually took away. I would rather see more of the game than the chat. The chat was too distracting and was very stupid. Like, I didn't get why the chat was on the screen because it wasn't entertaining. It didn't add anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, the audience that was there, yeah, a lot of them were toxic towards him. And I was like, I don't think this makes sense to have that on the screen then. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand that. The other thing that got me, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be shockingly honest here. So I watched this. It was an hour. Now, I guess this hour comprised two different sessions. A Friday night session and a Saturday session that he played. And both times he's playing it from 2 to 4 in the morning. He has the time, his local time on the screen when he plays. And I'm like, geez. I could never imagine playing Street Fighter at 2 to 4 in the morning. That would not be the time that I want to play it. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be playing it at prime time. And he's playing at like 2, 4 in the morning. Like, holy shit, right? I don't know how he's doing that and not falling asleep, honestly. So he's playing at these times. And the thing that I noticed, so it's, I watched an hour. It was an hour video. But each, the segment, I guess if it was unedited, would have been like 4 or 5 hours of gameplay. But I'm noticing with 2,000 viewers, okay, and this is me being honest, this is not me shit talking. He wasn't getting many contributions at all. Like, he had on his screen, he has all these stats and shit all over his screen. At the top of his screen, it's like, this person resubbed for this many months, and this person, or whenever someone would contribute, there'd be like a pop-up on his screen that says Covenant or something. Or sometimes if someone did like a $3 tip, it would do the AI talk where it would say something that they wanted it to say or whatever, right? So he's basically, he's talking and doing his gameplay, and he's got 2,000 viewers on the stream, and the only thing I'm seeing is toxic shit in his chat and really very few people supporting him. And I was like, wow, that kind of sucks. Imagine if you were getting tons of viewers, but maybe what it is that the vast majority of viewers this guy gets are all people who don't like him, and they're just being real toxic to him. I actually started to feel a little bad. I was like, that sucks ass if that's the case. Again, I don't know. This is the first time I've ever watched this guy's content. So imagine you're bringing in thousands of viewers, tons of viewership, but the people are there just to basically take a dump on you rather than actually support what you're doing. Like, I was like, that sucks, right? For me, listen, I know I got trolls, but I also know that I got a good number of people. Every stream I do, we got hundreds of people who are here to be positive, to be happy, to have a good time with me. It's not every single time I play a game people are here to dump. Listen, you guys razz me. I get it. When I play Street Fighter, especially, you guys fucking razz me. All right? I get that. But I was just shaking my head. I don't get it. I see a toxic chat. Oh, by the way, this is another thing, too. His chat wasn't really moving that much. And I'm wondering if he has a lot of moderation on his chat, because his chat wasn't moving as much. If there's 2,000 people on the stream, why wasn't many people chatting? And I'm wondering maybe because he gets so much trolling, he has to have a lot of moderation on his stream, like mine, too. That I get, all right? See, I'm trying to be reasonable here. This is the first time I've ever watched him, any of his content. And again, it's fascinating, because you're sitting there, and you're watching it, and you're just trying to understand it, because, I'm a streamer just like him, and I didn't get it. Like, his chat didn't seem to work like my chat. his views were way more than mine, but at the same time, it seemed like he was getting way less support than me. And it was so confusing. I was just like, it was really weird. It was like a case study almost of trying to see how this worked, right? So anyway, that's... A lot of people in chat are saying he view bots. I have no idea. I'm not going to accuse the guy of anything. I'm just giving you my factual observations from watching this hour, okay? That's my factual observation from what I saw, all right? Now, let's talk about the actual content, all right? First of all, immediately when I started watching, I wanted to commentate on the match. I was dying to commentate. I was like, dude, I would love to watch this live with my audience and commentate on the gameplay. Because I'll tell you, some of the things he says, I agree with when it comes to the gameplay of the game. He's mad because certain characters are getting away with just jabbing like crazy and interrupting his stuff. I agree. I think that the game has a big problem with that there's certain easy mode characters who could just fucking walk up jab or react to jab, wake up jab, and they beat everything. And that's actually what the name of the video, I think, was trying to poke fun at. But it's a valid criticism of Street Fighter 6, in my opinion. So I was kind of agreeing with him on a lot of that, all right? And basically, you know, I was enjoying it because I was actually watching it neutrally. I wasn't against LTG, but also I wasn't, like, pro LTG. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just trying to watch it objectively. And I was starting to analyze his gameplay, and I was starting to see some flaws in his gameplay that I think that he could dramatically improve his gameplay if he made some changes. But one thing immediately baffled me. Maybe you guys can answer this for me, because I would love an answer if you guys have an answer. For those of you familiar with LTG, okay? So this was gameplay from Friday and Saturday of this past week. So this is yesterday and the day before. So he plays two characters in Street Fighter 6. Marisa? Excuse me. Oh, man. He plays Marisa and he plays JP. Those are his two main characters. I don't know if he uses anyone else, but that's all, from this compilation, that's all that they showed, is that he had those two characters, okay? So, here's, number one, what confused me. So, he plays Street Fighter 6 a lot, right? I would assume he plays more than me. That's his game. That's what he's getting views on. He's getting 2,000 viewers a stream every time he plays the game. So, this is what he's playing, right? So, his Marisa is, I would assume, his lower character. She's 1-star diamond. Okay, so kind of same level, maybe the same level as my Luke. I would argue that my Zangief and my Lily are coming up, and they're going to hit diamond very soon. So it sounds like his Marisa is kind of like a secondary character, and she's like 1-star diamond, okay? But his best character is JP, right? And he's only 2-star diamond. And I was like, if you've been playing this game nonstop since the game came out, how is he only 2-star diamond? You know, my Blanca is 4-star diamond, and I don't play that much. Like, once a week I play Blanca, if that, and I'm 4-star diamond. And I'm like, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I wonder what's going on here. So, immediately that's what hit me. I was like, dude, I thought for sure he'd be like Master. I thought for sure LTG would be Master rank. I'm not even shitting you. If he's playing this nonstop, I thought he'd be Master rank. I would think that most people in the FGC who are playing real hard are Master rank by now. I'm one of the few, you know, I like the game and I've played it a bunch, but I'm not Master rank because number one, I'm not playing it full time, and number two, I'm playing a variety of characters. You know, I got Blanca, Luke, Lily, Zangief, Ryu, well, I'm having a brain fart now, the characters I've been using. I'm actually having a legit brain fart. Marisa, right? And then I do variations of other characters as well, like throwing in like Honda or Dalsim or other characters. You know, I played a variety of characters over the course that I've played this game. I've split my time. I haven't only been focusing on one or two characters, which it seems that's what he's doing. If he's really only playing JP and Marisa, right? I kind of scratch my head, how is he only 2-star diamond? Now, Mango says actually he has 2 accounts and he's switching between them. All right. That would be a legitimate reason, and that's what I'm looking for. Because my mind was blown. I was like, how could he only be 2-star diamond? I really was confused. So that's good to know. So if he's playing 2 accounts, maybe he's trying to avoid trolling. Maybe he's trying to avoid fucked up stuff happening to him. Ricky says he has 2 accounts. One is for JP, one is for Marisa. If he rage quits on the JP, then he'll change to the Marisa. Oh, wait. Well, if that's the case, then that's not what I thought. I thought you guys were saying he has 2 accounts and he switches and he uses both characters on both accounts, and basically he's diamond in both, but that's why he's never accumulated enough wins to get master on either. What you're saying is he has one account just for Marisa and one account just for JP, so then it doesn't matter. It just means he's not getting the wins. Anyway, that was my first major observation, all right? And then the other observation, again, I have never seen LTG play a fighting game before. I'm serious. This was my first exposure to it at all, all right? So he's playing, and basically whenever something happens that's upsetting to him, like, for example, he's doing a combo, he drops the combo, and then the enemy mashes jab, and off of jab, they get a giant punish combo that's like 60%. Or, you know, there were some situations that I agree are bullshit that happened to me too. I'm trying to remember specifically one or two that happened. Oh, like a Honda, a scrubby online Honda. And he's just getting lucky with reversal headbutt and shit. And then Honda, he'll do like a random level 3 super. So here's what LTG does. When he's about to lose the match, he closes, he quits to dashboard. He doesn't close the game. He just quits to dashboard. And then he waits like 20 seconds, and then he goes back to the game. And I was like, why does he do that? I was actually really confused. Like, he's not pulling the plug. He's not like disconnecting or rage quitting. He just quits to dashboard. But then he goes back into the game, and the game's still running. And I'm like, why is he doing that? And it wasn't once or twice. He was doing this like the entire compilation. You know, this was an hour compilation. He was doing it like every match he lost. And I was like, why is he doing that? I was confused. Because here's the thing. All right? Let's say, for example, it's an ego thing. Let's say he just can't stand losing and watching himself lose. Okay. And the thing is, in previous Street Fighter games, maybe he was like, I don't want to give that person the satisfaction of watching a video where I lose to them and they get to see the animation of them killing me. But the thing is with Street Fighter 6, every single match is archived. Every match you play online, the code is there, and anyone could go watch it from like a third-party view. Like, you don't have to be watching my stream to watch my matches. You can go access my matches outside of my streams and watch them back anyway. That's how Street Fighter 6 works. So, for him to quit to the dashboard doesn't actually, like, make any sense. It's not like you're not... I can understand, like, in Street Fighter 4 or 5, I'm taking away your satisfaction of seeing the animation of you beating me because I quit the dashboard. You didn't get to see the end of the round, right? People can go see it right now. Like, literally, you could find his matches and see him lose every match he's ever played. So it was very confusing to me that he does that. I didn't get it. Like, I didn't understand what the purpose of that was. And then the other thing that got me. So he would lose a match and he would blacklist the person. Now, admittedly, I think this is a shtick. I think this is 100% his shtick. He does this to get views, and he does it because it's funny. When he loses a match, and he'll even say shit like, I couldn't believe it. He was like, he's fighting a platinum player. All right, he's in diamond, he's fighting a platinum. And he's like, oh my God, why am I facing a platinum level player when I'm in diamond? This is unacceptable. I don't know why they're matching me with this player. And then he beats the player, right? That's a free win. That's free points for him to rank up. And he goes, oh, I don't want to play platinum anymore. And he goes and he blacklists the player, blocks him, so he'll never play him ever again. I was like, isn't that counterproductive? You banned the person who you could easily beat, and you get points to rank up even further. Why did you ban them? Like, why would you block them? And then there's other people, like, basically, when, you know, he loses to anything, if he loses to a cheap guess, if he loses to a bullshit mix-up, if he drops a combo, if he, you know, all these things, he blacklists the person. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, immediately, you got to think about how it works, how Street Fighter 6 works, okay? The way that the netcode works is that it looks for optimal connections, but it also looks for people of skill level similar to you in rank, but it also looks for regions. And a lot of people aren't aware of this, but it does. Street Fighter 6 is regional based. So you may have noticed the last few times that I played Street Fighter 6 ranked, sometimes I'm playing the same person 2 or 3 times in the same session. You might say, wait a minute, there's like 1 million people who bought this game. At any given time, there's probably like 100,000 people online playing it. Why are you playing the same people over and over? Because it's region-based. So a lot of the times I'm playing people in this Pacific Northwest U.S. over and over just because they're closer to me, you see? So if he's blacklisting players, all right, what he's essentially doing is he's killing his player pool. And here, so let's say he lives, I have no idea where he lives. Zero. Let's say he lives in New York City. This is hypothetical because I have no idea where he lives. If he lives in New York City and every player he plays and loses to, he blacklists, what he's now doing is he's making it so that the game is going to have to say, okay, fuck New York. Start looking further. Oh, he lives in Cali? I didn't even know that. So, okay. So start looking further out, outside of your range. So now, essentially, you're forcing the game to find people with worse connections. So now you're going to face people who are laggier to you. You see what I'm saying? And so if this guy, every time he plays, he's blocking 10, 20, 30 players, he's essentially destroying his whole region. He'll never play anyone from his region. He'll only play people from further away, and all that's going to happen is the connections are going to get worse and worse until eventually when he goes to play, all he's going to have are laggy people. So doing what he's doing is counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm watching the video. I'm like, I don't get it. Maybe it's an ego thing with the quitting the dashboard, but the blocking of the people just doesn't even make like logical sense. This guy's going to shoot himself in the foot. Eventually, he's going to have no one to play with that's not going to lag. And this is a game that he's obviously, by the way, he's shitting on the game constantly. He's saying things such as, this game sucks. This is the most noob-friendly Street Fighter. And I mean, everyone has said that for every Street Fighter that's come out in the last 15 years. I said it for Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 5, I don't even think Street Fighter 5 was a Street Fighter game. It was a pattern play game online. It was complete shit. Okay? I agree there. But, excuse me. But, you know, in Street Fighter 6 to some extent, I agree. There's a lot of scrubby shit in Street Fighter 6. There really is. There's a lot of scrubby shit. But at the same time, like, I'm trying to actively get better and learn. And I do feel like if I play it enough and I practice enough, the scrubby shit won't come through anymore. Like, I feel like if I get characters to master, you're not going to have to deal with drive impact spam anymore. You don't have to deal with people who just mash jab. It's going to be a higher level of intelligence player who's playing at a higher competitive level. They're not going to do those stupid online things that you're not expecting because they're trying to play like they're in a tournament. You understand? It's just a matter of getting through those ranks. But if he's doing what he's doing, again, he's kind of shooting himself in the foot and making it harder for him to get wins. I actually feel like if he didn't block the people, he'd be getting better connections. And if he wisely, like for example, if you're spanking a platinum player, don't block that person. Keep them there. Play them again. Get more free points. Rank up higher, right? Like, why would you block that person? It didn't make sense. I think he gets real heated, right? Like, and you see when I get heated, how I get bad. I get mad. I start swearing. I punch my fucking joystick. I start going crazy on my streams. You guys have seen it in the last 2 months. How when I get heated, how heated I get. It's weird because he gets mad, but then instead of like going crazy, he just immediately just like blocks, go to the dashboard, block the player. Like that's his pattern to deal with when he gets heated. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like he's hurting himself. Like maybe if he hadn't done this for the game, he would be a master rank right now, you know? And the other thing is, like, for example, I actually feel like doing a commentary on a video of his would be cool because I see things in his game that I know he can improve. That I'm looking, I'm like, dude, if he just did this, he'd be doing so much better. He'd be winning this match. And I'm watching, I'm like, dude, maybe I should do commentary, not just on him, but maybe I could do commentary on like Street Fighter videos because I'm learning the game, and as I'm learning, I'm seeing the holes in other people's game. And I'm like, dude, he could improve dramatically with just a few quick things that I saw. Like, his game could get so much better. And I think what it is that he plays a certain way. And I think, I'll be honest, maybe he just doesn't get any help. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me to have that Diaphone player watch my gameplay, comment on it, and give me legit feedback. What did Diaphone say? Diaphone said, stop doing drive reversal. Guess what I stopped doing? Drive reversal. I almost never use it now. Start parrying. Guess what I started doing? Parrying all the time. Guess what happens? I started stopping rushdown constantly. Parrying has dramatically improved my game. When I get heated, calm down, get up, walk around, talk with your audience, take a break. That is something I'm getting better at doing. Admittedly, I don't do it all the time, but I started doing it, and I'm getting, like, it's helping. It's helping. Look what happened with Luke on Friday night. The whole first hour with Luke was a disaster. Every match I'm losing, I'm so heated, my whole body was covered in sweat. I'm serious. My whole fucking body was covered in sweat. I was so upset. And then what happened was I took a break. I used the bathroom. I came back. I talked with you guys. We jumped back in for the second hour after I cooled down, and I was getting wins. So sometimes just getting legit, objective advice can help. I am so grateful. And by the way, I told Diaphone how grateful I am. I actually reached out to him and said, I just want to say thank you because you're someone who treated me with respect and someone who wasn't looking to do a meme video that was really mean. Instead, you did a nice positive video, and my game has dramatically improved because you just gave me a chance to observe me objectively and try to help, and it helped a ton, and I thanked him for that. So, and I'm not saying that LTG is looking for help from me. I'm just saying in general, anyone. I think if I watch these videos, maybe I could comment on them, and I could watch top player videos. I could watch mid to low player level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I legitimately know Street Fighter 6 good enough that I would enjoy doing commentary over videos of the game. That could maybe be content that I did. But that's up to you guys. I don't want to put out content you guys don't want. This is just an idea I had because I was watching LTG's video and I'm like, dude, he could do this. Look at that setup. Oh man, now that's bullshit that happened to him. And this and that. And I realized I'm doing it in my own head. I'm doing commentary in my own head. This could be a video I'm making right now. This could be a stream I'm making right now. You see? So it kind of was an interesting idea, right? Anyway, you guys, now people are going crazy in the chat. You guys let me know what you want. If you're interested in this, let me know. All right? Because it's all fair game. You know, it is. It's all fair game. Anyone who's streaming, anyone who makes content on the internet, it's fair game to be commented over, you know. Oh, I don't care. Bye, Dad says LTG will never collab with you and he'll be pissed that you did a segment on him. I don't care. I'm not looking to collab. I don't care about collabing. I'm telling you, this is what happened with just me. And again, this video randomly showed up in my feed. It wasn't anything I was looking for. I just happened to click on it. You know, I was like, let's just see. Let's just see what this is. I clicked on it. I was immediately fascinated. And again, if we watch it together, I would basically explain all this to you. I would point it out. I'd be like, look at this setup. Look at this. Observe what's happening here. This is weird. Let's look at this. Let's look at that. I mean, it would be fun, I think. And then to comment on the gameplay and whatever. I think it would be fun, right? I think so. So, it's up to you guys. You guys let me know. But anyway, you know, I was trying to approach it fairly, objectively, and as someone who literally doesn't know anything really negative about LTG besides the memes and shit that you guys say, I was just trying to approach it as like a neutral third party, and I was fascinated. I admittedly, I was sucked right in immediately with the gameplay, with the way that he was behaving, with his chat and how they were behaving. The fact that he gets, I can't wrap my head around the fact he's getting 2,000 views a stream. I had no clue. I had no clue he was that popular in the fighting game community at all. I was like, wow, I was blown away. But again, to see that, and then to see that basically it was a lot of toxic people, and it wasn't really people who were like there to enjoy. They were there to laugh at rather than laugh with or enjoy the game. I was like, oh, that's not good, you know? Anyway, you know, it is what it is. We'll see what you guys think, all right? You guys let me know what you think, and we'll go from there, if that's something you're interested in. And again, I'm not talking about just LTG. This could be other things too. Like I said, if you want to see me comment on Street Fighter videos in general, like stuff with Street Fighter 6, I think it would be nice to see comment on strategies and things and other things, you know. I like to see other streamer setups too, how everyone's different, right? Like how different, like I said, my setup, 95% is the game. And you have the camera and a little bar at the bottom. That's it. Like, I'm all about the game. But every streamer is so different. I couldn't, like, the game was like in a corner. I was like, weird. Because it was hard to see stuff going on half the time too. I was like, I don't know. Anyway. Cool, right? You guys let me know what you want. If it's something you'd be interested in seeing, and go from there. All right? But anyway, I'm just saying, this is something that happened randomly last night, and it absolutely fascinated me. I was like, wow, interesting.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.